So, what kind of so I guess I'll just ask this right off the bat. What kind of plate carrier do you like? Is there any particular brand of plate carriers do you
Uh,
like?
I'm kind of limited by what they buy me or what they give me for duty use. I have my personal stuff, but for duty use, currently we use Tier Tactical. I think it's
Okay.
TYRE. I'm not,
Yep.
honestly, I'm not terribly familiar with the company, even though I've been wearing their gear for 4 years. They just kind of issue it and we go. I do, where is it? I do like it. I was wearing it this morning, so it's got quite a bit of wear on it. Um, this is this was wearing this operational this morning. So, I don't know, plate carrier. It level 3 plates. It's got different plates you can wear in it, obviously, but this is my current setup here. For this is my entry vest, and then I have my soft vest. I use this during Overwatch operations.
Mm,
It's a little more comfortable, obviously, soft armor. This is for more of when I'm doing sniper stuff on venue security or whatever.
yeah.
We talk about the
Is
specifics here, but that's what I got.
cool. Is there any like particular things that you look for in a plate carrier? Like, is there particular things that you hate? Something that you specifically look for? Um,
Well, on the law enforcement side, it's a little bit different because you have your plates, and then you have your hard plates, and then you have your soft plates. And soft plates are issued
yeah.
through your department, and they just have a different cut. There's the whole cut of them, and you have to get a specific plate carrier that fits those plates if you're going to use them. So my soft plate is usually Velocity Systems because they make armor specifically to hold those plates,
Yeah.
and they're very comfortable, and they do wrap around and offer quite a bit of protection. When I was on the gang unit, when I was running around in the jeans and t-shirt all night, and wearing a plate carrier, it looked a lot like this, but it was black. And
Got it.
same thing though. It was just that. So there's no hard plates. It's just soft armor. It's just 3A. But they're actually really comfortable because you're wearing them 8 hours a day in cars, running around. So comfort's kind of king for us.
Yeah.
With your entry armor, it can be obviously more protection based. You're not wearing it as long. Shorter periods of time, maybe just a couple hours. And
Yeah.
mobility isn't quite as big a deal in those and comfort. So we're going for just raw protection.
Um, yeah. So like for me personally, the plate carrier that I've kind of stuck to thus far, this is a defense mechanisms plate carrier. The reason why I like this one so much is because I'm a rather short individual, and this one is basically like a full service carrier, but it fits 8x10s because 10x12s are just too wide for me.
Mhm.
So I need something that would be not a minimalist plate carrier, the ones that are just super slick and you can't put anything on them. Typically, those are what you find for the 8x10 size.
And
But this has everything that a normal plate carrier, full size plate carrier that would have, but it's specifically designed for 8x10. So that's what I need because again, 5'3", 10x12 plates are just too big. Um, in terms of like armor, I have safe lights, or yeah, they're safe lights. These are level 3. I think it's technically like level 3 plus, whatever starts intermediate calibers. And then if I want to be level 4s, I put soft armor behind it. And it turns into a level 4 plate.
I think level
If
4 is
need
a
be.
little excessive. I really do. I think 3 is plenty. Uh,
Yeah, especially on a law enforcement side, definitely.
well, I mean, what are you really honestly planning on being shot at with? I mean, we
Yeah,
plans to be shot at, but I mean, you're going to pay a lot more money for it. It's a lot heavier. It's just probably not worth it, in
yeah,
my. Are
exactly.
those ceramics?
They're ceramics. Yeah, yeah,
I use all mine are polys. I
got
love
it.
polyurethane plates because they're just lighter, and that,
Yeah, real light.
that's not new. That's probably hell 15 years old now. I
Yeah,
just prefer polyurethane plates.
yeah. Poly's just only, in terms of like the civilian side, when you have to buy them, they're just significantly more expensive than ceramics.
Yeah, I try to keep an eye out. Back when I was buying them myself, and I was able to find them. If I was lucky for about about $300 for the set. If I was,
Oh, okay.
well, yeah, I could find them. So,
Yeah,
but
that's good for polys. Real good for polys.
and they last forever. So
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
right.
these particular ones are ceramics. They just what I have. I mean, they're fairly light, especially because they're 8x10s. They're like 3 something pounds a piece, so they're not ultra light, but they're not super heavy either. So they're all right. They work. Um, I really like. I don't know how you like to attach anything on the front, but I personally like placards. I just like them. This is a Haley strategic placard. It's like their micro rig that you just attach straight to the plate carrier. I just like placards because you can just swap them out for whatever you want. Um, in terms of cummerbunds, I like elastic cummerbunds unless I need to run
Mhm.
side plates. I really like elastics because they get these pockets. I can have a fourth mag in here, and then on the other side, I run my radio. So I really like elastics because they're just, especially from going from summer to winter and all that. I don't have to do a lot of adjustment to the actual cummerbund. I can just stretch it out, and I get the pockets, which are nice. They work for what I need in terms of pockets on the cummerbund. Um, and then I have a dangler that runs the med kit. I like it.
Gotta
I like it here because it.
gotta have a dangler.
Say again.
Gotta have a dangler.
Got to have a dangler. It's necessary at this point. If you
I,
don't, you're not cool.
I
And
used to make fun of guys who ran danglers because I thought it was ridiculous back when I was in the gang unit, and I got one once just to carry extra like pens and notepads and just general shit. And after having one for about a month, I was like, I'm never going back. This is amazing.
I
So
it's good real estate, so might as well use it. I like it for the med kit. I've thought about transferring my primary med kit right to my belt, but
mhm.
I really do like having the med kit right here because it's just so easily accessible with both hands, and it's just
that's
right
what I,
there.
that's what I put in mine for the most part.
Yeah, yeah.
So the main
Um,
pocket of the dangler is my med kit.
Yeah, I like it a lot, and I'm pretty sure that's a Haley strategic dangler as well. Just I'm sure people would ask. I got a little GP pouch in the front too. Got like map markers here and food. Typically, I run all sorts of stuff. If it's just like at the range, then I just have markers and stuff for the range. But whatever I need in there for classes or whatever it may be.
I run my This one's real similar to what you got going. Once again, this is Velocity Systems. It's soft armor. Um, I don't know what placard this is. I actually forget. It's probably a cheap one, to be brutally honest.
They
Um,
work.
I've had better ones. I don't wear this armor a ton. I probably wear this. I don't know, maybe a month out of the year. Not intermittently. Um, I'm with you as far as the cummerbund goes. In fact, I think this is like I bet this is an Amazon special cummerbund with the tubes. It works great, and I've had first spear tubes on a lot of my armor, and I've had these, and honestly, I can't tell you the difference. They seem to
Yeah,
both work fine.
yeah,
I set a first spear downstairs. I got an extra set, and I'm using these for whatever reason. I like putting. I don't usually run magazines in these extra spots. I usually just put war Israeli bandages in there for medical.
yeah.
Not afraid to run radios in them if it's convenient. This one is for Overwatch with like a DMR, so I have 3 mags up front. This admin pouch is just scope, lens cloth and stuff for taking notes and crap. I got a push to talk dead center right here. That's if I'm using my
Yeah.
headset. That's my push to talk. Otherwise, it's just here on the hand mic. Then body camera mount.
Yep.
The back of it's slick because if I'm using this, I'm usually sitting in a car. Oftentimes sitting in a car, and comfort's king. You know, the back of your plate carrier is good real estate unless you got to sit in a car, and then it's kind of a
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah. It's a problem. Yeah, it's the biggest problem with mounting things directly to the back of the plate carriers. You ever have to get into a vehicle? Well, you've attached whatever is on your back, and it's going to be exceedingly obnoxious to sit in that for any length of time.
Mhm.
Um, so one thing that I've done actually is I have these clips right here, and because occasionally I do like to run bags and whatnot, but a lot of times I hate just throwing over straps, just extra straps of the backpack over the plate carrier straps is getting a lot of the way. So I have these right here, and I have this bag. So if I'm running a really small bag like this, I can just take the shoulder straps. I can undo them here, and they go right over, and they just clip right in here. And now the bag is attached right to the back of the plate carrier, and then I just take these and I attach it to the placard, and that secures the bag right to the plate carrier. And it's nice too because I can just undo one of these and then undo these side clips and just throw the bag over and just access whatever I need on the bag, and then just throw it back over, re-clip it, and it's there. But if I ever need to take it off, it's just a few clips, and I can take the bag off completely. And
What brand is that?
This is a Haley Strategic Flat Pack.
Yeah,
So
they're proud. I'm sure they're proud of that. They're proud of everything they make.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything Haley Strategic. It's expensive, but
No,
I
it's
mean
good stuff.
the bag's nice. I mean the bag's nice. It's I can't really complain. I can attach this right to their right to a bunch of different chest rigs too. So it's nice for that. So it's a nice way to carry stuff in a little bag. It's not terribly big, so it's not like a day pack, or certainly a multi-day pack. But if you need to carry some extra stuff, it's big enough for it. So I do like that, and I found that this system works fairly well with keeping the strap bulk, the shoulder strap bulk down to a minimum, while still being able to conveniently attach the bag to the carrier, but not having it so married to it where you can't ditch it if you need to sit in a vehicle or something, or pass the
Yeah.
bag on or whatever.
We keep on my entry armor. It's a little bit different on the back. That's where I keep additional medical, and this is a tearaway pouch. This is like my medical pouch, and some people are like, well, why is it on your back? Because that's the space that's available.
Yeah,
Because we try to keep our sides a little more slick because we got to go through houses and whatnot. And usually, for what we do, getting medical yourself isn't really like going to be a have-to thing. Usually, somebody else that can help you out there.
yeah,
And we have more. There's no shortage of medical stuff around us. So
yeah,
I got an additional pouch here, and this is a Tactical Tailor. I'm a real big fan of Tactical Tailor, but this is kind of like their general purpose pouch. Right now, it's just got more medical in it, but
yep,
I kind of use that one there as a catch-all because I usually run a ballistic shield. So somebody behind me to put something there, flashbang, gas, whatever, any sort of stuff that they might have to put there that they're going to use, that they're going to need. Well, if the person behind me using it, it's there as a catch-all for that.
yeah.
As far
Is
as
that fairly common in the SWAT field where people are running? I guess they're generally referred to as assault packs, where they have like bangs attached directly to the back of the plate carrier, gas or whatever.
common, it's honestly hasn't come up that many times in my career, probably like 4 times, but every time it's come up, it was kind of a special case. But it's
Yeah,
come up that I leave the pouch there just in case. You know,
got it.
yeah,
Makes
it's not.
sense for a shield because a lot of people are gonna come up behind you with a shield
I mean, I'm
to
not.
deploy that kind of
It's
stuff.
kind of I'm not like putting extra M4 mags back there. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
probably something flashbang gas, something like that. Like just tools, breaching tools, something.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, nothing too crazy. As far as put it on, it's freaking heavy. I like the HSGIs. These are their Gen 2 tacos, the
yep,
polymers. I like them. I know a lot of people don't like HSGI. They consider it kind of mid-tier crap, but I just like I like it. It works for me. I
yep,
use their Gen 1s for many, many, many years. I switched to the Gen 1 polys. These are Gen 2 polys, and I've never had a problem with any of them. So they're good. This is Tier Tactical. They have these kind of built-in accessory pouches here and here, and that's where I run my comms, my radio. Um, this is just an extra flashbang pouch that I honestly don't deploy a lot of bangs. So once again, I got the ballistic shield, but it's there
yep,
if I'm doing other stuff. This is the mount for my body-worn camera. it used to be here. A lot of officers wear them on their chest, and then you see that officer involved video where they put their arms out, and all you can see is their arms in the back of their handgun. It obstructs
Yeah.
everything, or their arms in the rifle. It just obstructs what they're trying to look at. So
Yeah.
generally, I put mine low down here. If I'm carrying the shield slants this way, so that's just underneath the slant. You can actually see, for the most part, what's in front of me. And generally speaking, I don't have to see stuff that's high. Most of the stuff I'm going to deal with is low because we're telling people to get on the ground, right? So we want to pick up that
Yep.
uh, from head height and down. And with the fixed high lens most body worn cameras have, you can pick all that up. I don't really care what's on the ceiling. That's not really relevant
Yep.
ever. As far as now, I actually run got a change in policy, and I have a camera mounted one on my helmet, or
Mm.
my helmet for the camera. So it's just got a wire that goes from here to here, and this it doesn't really matter. I could put this anywhere as long as the feed is coming off the camera on the helmet, and it's fine. It's just more freaking wires that you got to figure out where to tuck them, and it's a lot more wire management.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Is that policy? Do you have to? Well, I mean, you might not be able to say this, but is it going? You have to have a helmet cam and a body cam, or is it you just have to have one or the other?
it's kind of they're phasing in. Everybody's going to have helmet cameras, but since I'm up front most of the time, they want it's going from me back basically.
Got it.
The other guys that do the same role I do, we've all got helmet cams now, and it's fine. I mean, it is better until it's not. You
Yeah.
know, they want to see more stuff. Okay, they've also mounted them on the shields. There's cameras
Hmm.
on the ballistic shields. Most SWAT teams do that now. That's not really revolutionary.
Yeah.
Let's see. Got a dangler. This is the tier dangler. That's a weird angle. This is so, and it's just once again
Yep.
medical stuff, you know, tourniquets. And I'm like you, is that I want to be able to reach it from either side.
Yep.
Um, I don't know, I got a pair of trauma shears on here. Used more often to cut off people's restraints than actually, clothing. Uh,
Luckily, it's a good thing.
I'm a I'm a multi tool guy, so I always have a multi tool. This is the Gerber, but I also use, you know, and if it's a good multi tool, it's a good multi tool.
Yeah.
So, and marker, always got to have a marker because
Yep.
when you're on the range, you got to have a marker.
Yep. Plenty of
Uh,
markers.
I do mount one, pistol mag up here. Most people are like, well, why the hell is that pistol mag on your strong side? That doesn't make any sense. But
Shield.
if you run a ballistic shield, this hand's busy
Yep.
holding the shield. I
Yep.
need that reload here. It's facing the other way. So I got to load either in the holster or hold the weapon up here and load it there. So
Yep.
that's why this is there. All people when they see this, like, what the hell's that magazine doing there? I'm like, yeah, I run a ballistic shield. That's why it's there.
Yep.
All
Yep.
my other pistol
That
reloads are on my belt, on my duty belt.
that'd make for a good video for you, actually. Pistol manipulations with the shield.
Yeah, I mean, I teach a class on it, but yeah, it would. But
Yeah.
once again, extremely uncommon. I've never had to do a reload real world on a shield.
Yeah.
So you practice it, but I notice I only have one mag there. I don't have three because I'm being realistic about this. If I'm using this reload, we're pretty far down the path of oh shit, great day or bad
Yeah.
day, how you look at it.
Yeah. It's it's a
So
wild day nonetheless.
right. So throw that off.
Yeah. One other thing that I really like, or really I find necessary for a plate carrier, and a lot of times this actually comes with shoulder straps, not even necessarily just the plate carrier itself, but some sort of loops and whatnot for wire management. So you got radios and your wire for your PTT to your
Mm.
comm set and all that. If you don't have any loops or anything like that, now you have to tape things or zip tie things or rubber band, and it just becomes a pain in the ass to manage wires without
I'm I'm a
loops.
big fan of zip ties.
Yep, those
Saying
work
that,
too.
yeah, and I'll take really small like flathead screwdrivers and poke holes in whatever nylon I gotta poke holes in to put a zip tie through there to hold. You'll see up on my push to talk here. This is zip tied in here. Um, yeah, I'm not afraid to use zip ties on my armor.
Yep,
You can
yep,
see spots on this one. There were zip ties up here. zip ties over here. Just whatever I got to do, I'll zip tie it. So nylon's robust. It'll take it. It's not gonna tear.
It'll survive, hopefully.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I like to talk about multi tools. I really like to run multi tools as well. They're just convenient for like everything. Uh, with this particular one, I'll run it because this Haley Strategic has these pistol pouches here, but they also fit multi tools really nice. So I'll put one right there. I just don't have it on here right now. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it for plate carriers. Um, just because it's a question, drag handle, yay or nay? Do you care for those or?
Yay, because I don't give a shit. They
Yeah.
have them, which is fine. If you have one, it has to be Velcro down. That's my only big thing.
Hmm.
I've never seen one used like real
Yeah.
world for anything ever. And if I ever have to drag somebody, I just grab here.
Yeah.
Grab on the shoulder pad. There's a lot more meat there anyway,
The
and
most obvious handle.
it works really. It works effectively. So I don't. God, that's a throwback to the Black Hawk days in the '90s. That was the shit to have that drag handle. But I don't think it. I mean, even grabbing them up here doesn't. I mean, the armor pulls up like that. It gets it done, but that's for dragging somebody like 5 feet, 10 feet. That's
Yeah.
not. You don't drag somebody 50
Yeah.
yards
To a
like that.
point of
Yeah,
security.
yeah. So I don't know. It's fine if it has it. It's not a no go if it doesn't. I
Yeah.
don't care. You know.
Thought I'd ask. I saw. I was like, I'll ask him what his thoughts are. Yeah.
I
Same.
mean,
My
I'm
opinion's the same.
confident they'll find a way to move me. My
Yeah.
coworkers will find a way to move me.
Yeah. It's one of those things where has it cool. It's literally just like one other thing to add to the feature list of a plate carrier. Really, that's probably
Yeah,
the most useful aspect. It has a drag handle. One more reason to buy it.
I think so. It gets in the way of like different pals webbing you could have back there. I'd almost have more
Hmm.
pals webbing than that damn drag handle. Especially if
Yeah.
you're trying to put breaching tools back there for other people to use. I don't do a lot
Yeah.
of breaching, so I wait for the breacher to make the hole and then I go through it. So it's not that big a deal for me. But
Yeah. But to the breacher, it is a big deal. An
oh,
extra
absolutely,
an extra row of Molly can be a big deal for him.
yeah, because they have all those the sleeves on the back for their Alligans and mini pries and all that crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, let's see. I don't really, at least right off the bat, I don't have any other things to say about plate carriers. Do you have anything
Yeah,
else? Any other points?
most people do their plate carrier stuff. It's for range days. I know the big thing is, people like to put this plate carrier with all the sustainment gear. Like I'm going to be out for days and days and days. But yeah, I don't do that in my job. I just,
No.
I'm working at 8 hours a day, and I will have a separate bag for sustainment stuff, snacks and
Yeah.
whatnot. But
Yeah.
I really think if you're, in my opinion, just have a separate backpack for that stuff
Yeah.
that you can take it
Yeah.
off to and leave it somewhere else. I guess most of my stuff is vehicles anyway, if I'm doing many hours of it. So
Yeah. The Bearcat carries all the sustainment.
yeah, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. It's far different if you're actually in the field than well, sustainment goes in bags predominantly anyway. So
I
not
mean,
on the carrier.
a lot of channels have that stuff, and that's cool. They talk about that stuff, but realistically, I mean, you're talking no one does that. You just
Yeah.
don't. Sorry.
No. No.
I mean,
Other
it's
than the
cool.
people who actually go out and do it.
Right. I mean, it's cool fantasy prepper talk. I mean, I get it, but I mean, where are you going in this fantasy mission that you have in your head on U.S. soil? What's going on? I'm all ears. What is going on?
Nothing, really nothing where you're actually going to be using that outside of in the dream world
Hmm? So
or in training classes, which, cool enough.
hey, and that's cool. That works. I have not hating on that.
Yeah. Um, sweet. Um, any plate carriers that you would actually like to try? Like for me, one plate carrier, I mean, I've been using this thing for years. This thing's awesome. for the reasons I already talked about. But one plate carrier I would like to try is the Agilites, either the K19 or the K0, because I've heard really, really good things about them. I would, it's one I would like to give a try at some point. Um,
Yeah,
I don't know if you had one. You're like, I'd like to try one of these at some point.
I'm not that guy. I mean, I used to really want to have a first spear, and then I got a first spear about 10 years ago, and it was the laser cut back when laser cut was cool,
Yeah,
and I hated it. It was really
really.
uncomfortable. Over time, the laser cut, and it's like the laser cuts on this, one piece of material, and then there's like a Velcro backing, and that's so the laser cut sticks to the actual plate color carrier, right? But over
Mm,
time, those laser cut, because it's still nylon, it stretches
yeah,
and it loses its shape and it sags. And it
yeah,
was just a nightmare. It just didn't hold up. So now, the tier tactical is all pals webbing.
yeah.
And which yeah, anything I see with laser cut is an absolute no go from the beginning.
Mm.
It's trash.
It's gone
Uh,
out of style, anyways. It's not even really. I don't see very much of it anymore.
it's because it sucks. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a good starting point. I mean, it's okay. It's lightweight, but I mean, how much weight are you really saving? I get it every, grams or ounces, ounces or pounds, and pounds are pain. But the thing's got to hold up.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I've used lots of different plate carriers. Back to velocity systems for soft armor, which is
yeah,
mostly what I've used. But for the plate, once again, it's whatever they issue me. I have nothing bad to say about Tier Tactical. I think it's good stuff.
yeah.
But it's probably a brand that most people have never heard of. So,
Mm.
because were you familiar with them before?
I've heard of them. I've never used any of their stuff that I'm aware of.
Yeah,
But
I'd never heard of them I got handed to me. I'm like, okay, cool.
yeah, huh.
So
I mean, it works. It's all that matters,
I like it better than First Spear.
and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, yeah, not the shit.
Sweet. So I guess that's it for play carriers, really. Unless you have anything else to say
Oh,
about it.
no, that's about it.